Shalom Akim, Yabashim Yabashai, Barakatham, Basham Kwakadash. This is Brother Menashe DC Camp with a short video to edify the Sensei Akim doing the work of Yabashim Yabashai with all diligence and singleness of mind, double honors and salutations to elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well. So as you could see, the rulership of these Edomites, man, you could tell it matches properly according to what the scripture describes as the time of great troubles, for the world, especially for the children of Israel. You could tell that the so-called image of the beast, is being pushed heavily. Its vibration is being pushed, in the educational system, in the world of technology, in the world of healthcare, in the realm of making of government policies, transportation and all that stuff. So it's covering its ground, man. It's gaining ground, and the men of the Lord have to warn the people that everything is going to be so-called connected, man. As per the whole idea of the Internet of Things, so that's basically Esau's move, to cover ground and get the people cornered, just like cattle. Alright, so I'm going to play the video and get some preset for the Akim. Yeah, so that's the plan of the elites, man, to get people on board, so they're gonna start pushing out all these technologies, to consolidate. Everything is gonna be so-called connected, man. From your street lights all the way to your vending machines, man. That's how messed up it's gonna be, on the so-called times we're going into, man. This elites, man, they want total control. So that image, man, that image of the beast is basically a reflection of their minds, of what they have in store, how to get the people to comply to their authority. But it's gonna be rebellion on the streets, man, across the world. All right. So this is not the only company involved. There's other companies too, as well as some contractors. All right. So I'm gonna get the precepts. So it's important, man. You have a good idea of the things that are happening. So this is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15. It says, "The simple believeth every word." All right. Whatever these companies bring on, to the so-called conventions, to their shows and this exhibition booths, whatever. You must see them down the block, in downtown of a city near you. They're giving out free samples that demonstrating the capabilities of their products. Now, all of a sudden, the people are wooed. You know, the people are enticed. All right, that's how the simple gets into all kinds of snares. It's very important. I can see that there's several ways these Edomites, man, could come on the people, man. So they're gonna bring all these tricks just to entice the people and push them in the direction they want them to go. That's why you call power right there. Without firing any weapon. You gotta know how to control the people's mind. So this is what they do, man. They try to entice people to stick with the latest technology to get on board. All right, to be solely invested into that. So it says, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. So it's important, that the Spirit of the Lord dwell upon the Akim, so they could avoid all this madness that's going on, man. This addiction to technology, all this biohacking, that these folks think is the way of the future. It's madness, It goes against the words of Yahweh Shimei Shai. And for those that go along with it, they're going to get destroyed, all right? So it's important, man. All these inventions and ideas and policy papers or white papers, they're in front of you. You just gotta keep your eyes open. Pray the Lord gives you the mind to check things out. So look at the book of Obadiah, verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" It's through the words of Yahweh Shimei Shai. It's through the spirit of Yahweh Shimei Shai we're able to search out Esau's intentions with all these technologies it keeps on, bringing out. All these developments. They try it out, their so-called pilot programs, see how the people like it, see the people's reviews, bribe politicians, bribe, you know, heads of educational institutions, to test out their technology on the population of students, on the population of professors, on the so-called employees of the university. So that's how Esau is able to entice the people. Bribe heads of states, ministers, all that. So you can imagine, man. You know how much ground these Edomites are trying to cover, because they're on a so-called time schedule. All right, but the Mosai will disappoint their plans. All right. So just imagine, almost everything you could think of has been covered. Except the elect. They're gonna try hard to come against the man of the Lord, but they will not succeed. All right. So this Edomites are in the business of conquering souls. So I'll get one little precept and then wrap it up. So this is gonna be Psalms chapter 64. Verse 5. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right. So how do they encourage themselves? They seek people that can invest in these ideas. People that could provide resources. People that could provide ideas. Not just money. not just equipment, but folks that could think of how to create a product that could entice the people. The contact the so-called communications firms, the consumer services firms, and how to approach the people, what angle you're gonna use. The advertising firms, the media relations agencies, and all that stuff. So they invest heavily on how to meet the people, you know, with their evil intentions. So it says in Psalm 64, verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right. So the Most High is going to reveal the agenda of these elites, man. By using these so-called tech firms. Whether it's Silicon Valley, whether it's in Texas, whether it's New York, whether it's Sweden, whether it's China, Hong Kong, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Africa, England, whatever. You know, the Most High is going to reveal those plans, man, because it's part of his prophecies, man. The Most High is not going to hold back his prophecies from taking place. And that Akim, is important to be aware. So the other part of the precept says the commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right. So all this, is done in the dark. And the Messiah talks about whatever is done in the dark shall be brought to the light. So Kahalaya Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kwakadash, double honors and salutations to elders and apostles of Global Stone who rule well. And it's sincere Akim, stay prudent, man. We come into hard times, the image of the beast is going to be pushed heavily, Shalom.